Welcome back everyone. As we move through 2018 there are lots of new things coming out. Well, that happens every year I guess, but this year marks the release of the Samsung Galaxy S9 phone. Some experts are calling it the greatest Samsung phone ever. Could it lead them to overtake Apple? Who knows? My name is Danny Burke and let's get right into the top 10 Samsung S9 facts you need to know. At number 10 now we have the battery. Phone users have seen big improvements in phone technology but a drop in how much battery power there is. The S9 seems to last a little bit longer than the S8 from what we can see. It's powered by a 3000 mAh battery cell, and just like the S8, the S9 will feature wireless charging technology. Next up at number 9 now we have the camera. Samsung pride themselves on having the best phone camera in the business, and the S9 is no different. They say the phone will help reimagine the camera. It will feature a single lens with variable aperture and a 12 megapixel rear sensor with image stabilization. Before we go any further now, at number 8 let's give you guys the release date. The phone's launch was announced by Samsung on February 25th, 2018. Pre-orders for Europe became available straight away and on March 1st in the US. The phone will be available everywhere all over the world in stores on March 16th, 2018. Although if you're watching this after that date, then yeah, it's already out. At number 7 now we have the price. First let's take a look at last year's Samsung S8. That first launched with a $720 price tag. The Plus model came in at $840. That's still a few $100 cheaper than the iPhone X and iPhone X, but for the Samsung S9, prices have actually stayed the same. Yes, much to the delight of fans, the new S9s will have the same price tag that the S8 did on release, $720 for the normal model and $840 for the Plus. Coming at number 6 now, we have the design. The design is fairly similar in this phone to the S8. Two major talking points though are the fingerprint scanner and the headphone jack. The fingerprint scanner on the S8 was next to the rear camera. Now some people actually complain that this left their finger always covering up the camera by accident. With the S9 though, the scanner has been moved to below the camera to solve this problem. Also, to the delight of many fans, the 3.5mm headphone jack will remain in the S9. Apple famously stopped using that in 2016 and Sony recently announced they would ditch it in their future phones as well. Perhaps Samsung will follow suit in the future, but not with the S9. At number 5 now we have animated emojis. New software on the S9 will store 1/10 of a second images that you take with the phone, which can be automatically turned into GIFs to use in social media and messaging. Users can also create 3D emojis of themselves. Just take a picture of your face and then strike real life poses to make custom emojis using augmented reality software. That's right, this is now the future. Alright, next up at number 4 now we have the storage. Storage is a very important thing for a lot of phone users these days. Nobody expects that they have to delete their pictures, videos or apps anymore just to make room for something. Both models of the S9 will come with 64GB of space. That's a lot less than the iPhone X for example, which boasts a maximum storage of 256GB, about 4 times as much. A lot of people think 64GB is more than enough though. What do you guys think? Also, it's not quite as bad as it seems, as they are offering a 256GB SD card. Moving on to number 3 now, we have the screen. It's one of the most important parts of any phone. On the S9, it's not that much of an improvement over the S8, but that still means it's very good. The specs include a 5.8-inch QHD plus Super AMO LED display with a resolution of 1440 by 2960 pixels. That works out at an impressive 567 pixels per square inch. The screen ratio remains the same at 18.5:9, although the bezels at the top and bottom have been cut down to give the same screen but on a smaller body. Moving on to number 2 now, we have the colors. The phone will come in a choice of 3 different colors: midnight black, orchid grey and arctic silver. Not really too much more to say about this one. Those are the colors on offer. Which one would you guys like if you had the choice? I think I prefer the sleek midnight black model. Silver kind of looks nice too. And finally now at number 1 we have Bixby. Samsung users will already be familiar with the Bixby Assistant, but the S9 is said to bring a huge improvement to the old version. Bixby Vision will allow the users to wave their camera in front of real-world objects to learn more about them. For example, it can translate languages in real time on the screen, kind of like Google Translate, point the camera at any building to be given your exact location and address instantly, or even point it at your own food to get an estimate of how many calories are in that meal. It even lets you apply virtual makeup to a selfie using the front-facing camera to try before you buy. Well, it's all getting very clever, isn't it, this whole phone stuff. What are your thoughts on the new Samsung S9? Will you be buying it? Or are you an Apple fan who has been tempted over by the new features and the lower price tag than the iPhone? Let me hear your thoughts. I'm Danny Burke. Thank you as always for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video.